Good morning, Primary 3. Let's start our English session. We're going to talk about the diving lesson. Our unit today is Unit 11. Open page 96 and let's read the title. The diving lessons. The diving lesson. Dive. Dive means to swim at the bottom of the sea. Dive as a verb means to swim at the bottom of the sea. Now let's read. Andy's cousins loved diving. Andy wanted to stay with them. The next morning, his cousins were getting ready to go diving. "Can you dive, Andy?" Ned asked. Andy shook his head. Andy shook his head. Underline shook. Shook means to move your head to say no. To move your head to say no. He was scared of diving, but he didn't want to say so. "Can you swim?" Max asked. Andy nodded. Nodded means to say no. "Then you can learn to dive," said Max. "It's easy. It's easy." Easy is an adjective, as we said before. The opposite of easy is difficult. The opposite of easy, difficult. When they got to the beach, Ned and Max put all their things, their diving things, in the small boat. Max started the motor. It hummed softly. It hummed softly. Hum. Hum is a verb. Describe the sound of the motor. Describe the sound of the motor. Ned jumped in and Andy watched the boat as it chugged out across the bay. "Did you want to go with them?" Uncle Roy asked. "No, thank you, Uncle Roy," said Andy. "I'm going to swim." He ran into the water and swam a little way from the beach. Swam. We said before swam, this is the past from swim. He looked down. There were some fish far below, but the sunlight was shining on the water and he couldn't see them properly. He couldn't see them properly. Properly means he couldn't see anything clearly. Clearly. So if we ask you a question, why Andy couldn't see anything or couldn't see properly? Because the sun was shining on the water. "I'm going to put my head under the water," Andy said quietly. "Then I'm going to see the fish clearly." Andy took a big breath. He looked down, but he couldn't do it. He was too scared. When he got back to the beach, Uncle Roy was waiting for him. "While you were swimming," he said, "I was tidying up in the hut." While you were swimming, I was tidying up in the hut. We use while to talk about two actions was happening at the same time. "I found this." I found this. He held out a mask. He held out a mask. Mask, something we use it to help you to see in the water. To help you to see in the water. This mask was with a tube on the side. Tube helps you to breathe underwater. "Do you want to try it?" he asked. Ned used this when he was learning to dive, he added. Look at page 97. Andy said, "Yes, please." Uncle Roy showed him how to put the mask on. He showed him how to breathe. How to breathe. Throw the tube together. They swam out from the beach. "Here is a good place," said Uncle Roy. Andy looked down. He could see fish, but he couldn't see them properly. Now, he thought he put his head under the water. There were hundreds of fish below him, big and small, and all different colors. All different colors. Some fish swam slowly. They flicked their tails gently. Flick. Flick is also a verb. Describe the movement. It means to move suddenly and quickly. Suddenly and quickly. Other fish were fast and darted through the seaweed. Darted also means to, as we see here in this picture, they are swimming in a circle. The fish are swimming in a circle. And as we said before, seaweed means plants are grow underwater. Seaweed, plants are grow underwater. Andy saw flashes of orange and bright blue. A large pink shell lay on the white sand, and a red coral covered the rocks. Coral are substances from the bones of very small sea animals. Substances from the bones of the very small sea animals. It all looked very beautiful, and he spent the morning swimming up and down the bay. He watched sea creatures of every shape and size. He even saw a small manta ray. Look at this picture. This is the manta ray. Manta ray is a kind of fish. It's very flat, as you see in the picture, and it looks like a plane. Manta ray, it's a fish, very flat and large, and it looks like a plane. Flapping along the bottom. When the other boys came back for lunch, Ned saw the mask on Andy's towel. Do you remember what does it mean? Towel, this is something we use it to dry our hands or our face after washing it. He picked it up. This is my old mask, he said. I thought it was lost. I found it in the hut, said Uncle Roy, and is using it. He is learning to dive. And now open page 98. We will answer the first question. Who said this? Write the names. Question number 1. Can you dive, Andy? Who said this? Ned. Who said this? Ned. Number 2. It's easy. Max. Number 3. Did you want to go with them? Who said it? Uncle Roy. Number 4. I'm going to swim. Andy. Do you want to try it? Uncle Roy. Number 6. Yes, please. Andy. Number 7. I thought it was lost. Who said this? Ned. Number 8. Andy's using it. Who said this? Uncle Roy. Thank you so much.